because your children and your grandchildren, their lives depend on what we do in the next few weeks. And that's not an exaggeration. The corporation United States is coming apart at the seams. The currency is about to collapse, and we have to have our republic structure to protect our people. And if you want to sit around and argue about the little nitpicky things that you guys are arguing about, go on and build your own cabin or your own government. Don't bother with ours anymore. We're going to come together as the American people. And even though we don't agree 100% on everything, we're going to build a structure. And then we'll let Congress chink the cracks and fix the logs and paint it if they want to, or whatever they want to do with this structure to make it more perfect. And that's our stand on that. So if you can't come on board and help us build the structure, go away and build your own. Because we're moving forward with you or without you. We would prefer that you would work with us. But if you're not going to do that and you're just going to cause confusion and destruction, just go away. And we're going to stand up as American people and build this. And by the leadership and grace of God, we're going to complete this thing in time, and it's going to protect America. And it's going to protect your children and your grandchildren and future generations and give them the opportunity of freedom that's trying to be taken away from them right now. And with God's help, we're going to build this republic. And with your help, we can make it happen. And we need you to come together like you never have done before and help us to get the laws in place that we need to build this structure. And I need Congress to get these committees together. All you guys out there in Congress, is only just a few people that are causing the problems that we're having right now. Deal with these people. That's your job. You people of the states out there, deal with these people and help us to build this republic so we can protect you and your family. I appreciate all of you on the call tonight. I thank you for all the hard work and dedication that all of you have done. Many of you have sacrificed much. And soon you're going to be glad that you did when you see what's about to happen. And I appreciate everything that you do. And God bless all the guys that help us with this, putting this structure together and helping us to bring it to you, because they have done many, many hours of selfless work, days and nights. I know. I've been with them some of those days and nights. And they work very, very diligently to get this done. And they don't have a selfish agenda. They work for you, the people. And I'm proud to serve with every one of them. And I ask for you to pray that God will lead us and guide us in the right direction. We need His guidance more now than we ever have. Things are going along great internationally as well as nationally for the Republic. We've got more and more support coming on daily. And some you'll know some things real soon that they're going to be really encouraging to you. And I pray that if you run out of other things to pray for, please pray for me, because I pray daily for God to lead me, to help to bring this thing and put it together the way He wants it done. And if we'll follow His will and His way, we will be successful. That we must step every step the way that He wants us to step and go in the direction He wants us to do and not what we want to do. So I ask for your prayers again, and I pray that each one of you will be safe and secure, and I pray for you daily. Everybody out here that is working in this republic, I pray for you every day and ask God to keep His hand upon you and bless you. And because I know the sacrifice that you've made. So with that, I'm going to turn it back over to Kelby, and I appreciate you, every one of you tonight, and God bless. Kelby, I yield the floor.
Thank you, Mr. President. I sit here and I listen with bated breath as our president talks. He's one of the few men in my life that he has absolute 100% of my attention when he talks. Many of the things that go on in the background that we don't get to see are serious security issues. There's many things that we wish that we could talk about in an open forum, and that would absolutely be encouraging, but it could be completely detrimental to the Republic for us to say anything in advance. So we really have a lot of reservation about a lot of the exciting things that are about to take place, because we want to see them take place first, and then you just get notified. A lot of the mistakes that we did initially, we talked about finances, we talked about the money, we talked about paychecks, we talked about the various different things that really we didn't have control of at that time. And we couldn't have possibly have been 100% perfect through this process. We started this process a long time ago, and it's so interesting to watch God's hand through this process. It initially started with 4 elders who came up with a proposal through a project called the Restore America Plan. That plan eventually evolved into something we eventually wanted to separate ourselves from. We convened as a General Assembly body on a national basis in over 40 republics, and we ended up voting for our own de jure form of government, and in fact re-inhabited the original Republic of the United States of America. We then followed that up with submissions to various institutions and countries for recognition purposes. It's not a permission thing. We did not need to get a letter of approval. It's something stating, here we are, and here we are going to stay. Through this journey, we've had many uprisings. We've had many separations. We've had many splits. And it's only been in the last few weeks that we have come together as one nation, one body, where we have a statement of documents that really is a statement of faith. We have a website. We have people signing on every day. And now we have people that have volunteered their time to develop the brochures, the bumper stickers, the pins, all the various things that we need to go forth from a marketing standpoint. We even have different media channels that I wish I could discuss with you that are going to come out in the very near future, that it is going to be not just a press release to the public, but it's going to be a series of releases, and it won't be through us. It'll be through national media. We're working very, very hard to bring forth this republic in a fashion that makes you guys understand we are doing the job. But we can't discuss every single thing we do. As a matter of fact, I got one email today from one gentleman. I don't even know who he is. He doesn't even have a name behind his email address. But the gentleman asked about 55 questions, and they were all pertinent to everything that he needed to know personally on the republic. I wish, honestly, I had the time to answer every single one of those questions. But I have currently, and I'm rolling at about 450 to 550 emails in my inbox a day, and I'm getting through them slowly but surely, and we're knocking them out. But in knowing that, everybody has to understand that this entire organization is people that love America and love the people. Everybody, as Tim just said, has a heart and a desire to serve. That's all. That's all we want. We want to see freedom, true freedom in this country. Tim just touched on what's happening with the corporation. Ladies and gentlemen, we're 27 days into the fiscal year for the U.S. corporation. They do not have a budget. I just said we're 1/12 into the new year for the U.S. corporation, and they don't have a budget. They are on their final loan, and it's a $223 billion loan authorized on September 29th of 2010 by Congress. This loan is for 2 months of operating capital for the government. We have received word and verified through the United States Treasury, a special agent, a personal friend of a friend, that money is going to not be allowed to be transferred from this country to foreign nations in the next week and a half to 2 weeks. This is verified on 3 separate sources and 3 separate fronts. What does that mean? You can speculate on a lot of things if somebody isn't going to accept the U.S. dollar anymore, but that means that we as a new Republic of the United States of America have to come together, band together, become one. And as Tim said, stop the infighting. We don't have time to infight. We only have time to bring it together and let you guys do what you do, which is bring about order for the people, bring about justice for the people. These foreclosures aren't just coming around right now, meaning the attorney generals aren't just all of a sudden paying attention on a national basis to the problem because it just popped up. It's because there's national fraud that many Americans have finally brought to their attention and said, we are tired of it. And these attorney generals know that they need to perform the law. It's the Congress and the existing Senate that needs to learn they need to perform the law. And I'm talking about the U.S. Corporation, Congress, and Senate. It is sad to say that they do not represent the people. I will tell you that as of this day, October the 27th of 2010, you as a body in America have a people, a Congress of over 500 senators and representatives that represent your best interests, and they are just as upset as you are about what has happened in this country. They want you to stay in your home. They do not want you to be out on the streets. We don't want to see people unjustly going to jail. We want what you want. We want freedom, and we want to do it in peace. And it's because we love American people and we love the American ideology. We have another guest speaker. His name is Mr. Vice President Charles Wright. Mr. Wright, I yield the floor.
Thank you, Kelby. Thank you, Mr. President. I'd like to congratulate the statesmen and delegates who are now known as senators and representatives. Congratulations to you all. I want to congratulate the nominees that have come forth and been brought forth for the leadership of the House and the Senate. Nominations are officially closed as of this afternoon, as we mentioned last night. Those lists are being compiled now that we may get them out to each and every one of you for your review, that you may send them email, or if they have their phone number attached, you can call them, ask them questions, and interview them why you may want to choose them as the leader of your respective house. We hope to have that all to you by the end of this week. That'll give you 7 to 8 days to our proposed voting day, which is November 6th, next Saturday. We will announce the time of that voting, and it will take place electronically on this phone call.
So, Debbie, can I ask you to speak up just a tad? It's very hard to hear you, sir.
We will be compiling the information of the nominees and getting it distributed to each and every one of you that you may review, use their email and phone numbers if attached to interview them, get your questions answered, and develop your own opinion on why you should vote for a nominee to lead your House or lead your Senate. The election day will be next Saturday, November 6th, and we will advise you of that time, and it will be done electronically. We will get the votes in, get them tallied. They will be verified independently, and we will announce your leader on the following Tuesday night call, and then introduce them to the Republic that very next night on Wednesday. I want to thank you for your continued support throughout this election process, and I'm anxious to get the leaders in place for you and the Republic, that you may organize your committees, and start, as our president said, and getting the job done now and forever forward. Thank you for your time. I yield the floor, Kelby.